sometimes I get messages saying, I want to become a software developer. I have these goals in my head, and, this is a goal of mine that I really want to achieve. And, I love hearing that kind of stuff. I think becoming a software developer is a great goal to strive towards, and it's a great thing to want. But that being said, when you start on this journey, you really want to ask yourself if you're doing it for the right reasons, because sometimes I get into conversations with a couple of you and, a couple of red flags come up, and it gets kind of easy to, distinguish between people that genuinely want to become a software developer, are prepared to go on this long journey. They know it's going to take a long time, and they're going to have to be patient to actually succeed. It's very easy to tell the difference between those kind of people and then the people that have unrealistic expectations, that think that they can spend a month or two learning how to code and then land a six-figure job, or be able to build the next Facebook or Airbnb or whatever, like the next billion-dollar app idea after just learning how to code in a short amount of time. There's a couple of different expectations that some people have, and what I want to talk about today are some reasons why you should not become a software developer, right? Some things that you shouldn't have as like your main reason for wanting to become a software developer, and just some things that are unrealistic to expect when you're first starting out on this journey, right? So if you're new to the channel, what we do here is we talk about software engineering. I try to use my experience to talk to you guys and help you guys become software developers. If you like the content, feel free to like down below and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free for you. It means so much to me, and I would greatly appreciate it. And let's get right into the video. So I want to say that, wanting to become a software developer is a great goal to strive towards. Some people want better work-life balance. Other people, want more money. They want to be able to work and, make a better salary. And that these are definitely respectable things to want. And it's definitely a career that I enjoy, and it's a career that you can get enjoyment from. You get a creative freedom to work on different types of problems, and you can make a decent amount of money doing it. So, but there's the right reasons to want to become a developer, and there's the wrong reasons. And the right reasons will lead you to success, where the wrong reasons will tend to lead you towards failure. And I want to distinguish between the two today. So the first red flag that I would say is if you're just wanting to become a developer just for the money. Right now, that by itself is not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I just decided back in the day when I was going to college and I needed to pick a program, I decided on computer science because I knew it was going to make me the most money. And there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're expecting to just start learning how to code and take a course or two and think that, okay, I can learn JavaScript, I can take a month-long course, and then when I leave, I can go get a job, right? These kind of super unrealistic expectations are going to lead you to failure, and then you're going to end up giving up because you want it in too short of a time period, and you're not prepared to actually put in the time and understand that it's going to take a very long time. I made a video about this the other day, but it's probably going to take, upwards of a year plus from the moment where you actually start learning how to code to when you actually become a software developer. So if you have these kind of unrealistic expectations, you're going to be severely disappointed and you're going to give up, right? What you need to be patient. And if you think you can just find a job after a couple of weeks or 2-3 months of learning how to code, then you're going to be very surprised. And what you have to understand is to make more money, it takes time, right? Maybe not, your first job, but maybe like your fifth job is going to be the one where, you achieve some kind of financial goal and you're going to be able to be more financially secure, but it's not going to come right away. What you have to understand is, like anything else, it takes time. The only way that the money is going to come is that, you spend time working, you spend time coding every day, you jump from job to job, you learn new things, and you just naturally get better as a software developer. And if you do that, if you're patient, then the money by itself will come because you'll gain in experience, you'll be more confident, and you'll be just more prepared to tackle on more complex problems, which will lead you to demanding a higher price tag. So right, like if you want money quick, if you think that you're going to start learning how to code and a month later you'll be making six figures, this might not be the right path for you, and you might be disappointed and end up giving up. But if you manage your expectations accordingly, right, there's no reason why you can't achieve your goal of making more money by becoming a software developer. Now, the second reason why you shouldn't become a software developer is if you fall in the category of people that, think of a big, huge app idea, like the next Facebook or the next Uber, Airbnb, whatever, and they think, okay, I have this amazing idea. All I have to do is learn how to code, and then I can build it myself. And after a couple of months, I'll have this great business that is, doing amazing, right? Now, again, this is a completely fine goal to strive towards, right? And very similarly to the last point, it's like there's nothing wrong with wanting to do this, but you just have to understand it's going to take a lot of time, right? So any app that's kind of like going to be successful enough to have like a ton of users, is going to be quite complex to build, and like scaling an app to be able to handle like a stupid amount of people is something that even the most experienced developers struggle with, right? So people that have years of experience, it's difficult for even them to do this. And so what you have to understand is that the odds of you learning how to code and then in a couple of months having a finished product that works and that is ready to go and people are buying and spending money and all that, they're using it, the odds of that are super slim. And you might be even better off, just finding a developer or hiring someone to work for you and then build the app for you, right? That might be a more realistic way, because other than that, if your goal is to learn how to code to build a product and become a successful entrepreneur and like have your own kind of company, then there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's just going to take a long time, right? You're going to need to cultivate the experience. You're going to have to learn through doing and through different jobs and different projects that you're going to build. Over time you'll gain that experience to actually start something of your own. But after a couple of months, I don't really think that you'll be successful, right? So if you have this kind of goal, again, if you manage your expectations properly, there's nothing wrong. And if you understand that it'll take some time, then go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to say is that if your expectations are that you learn how to code a couple of months, you're going to be rich by building some kind of app, then you're probably not going to succeed. And it's probably not a reason why you should become a software developer. And the final reason why you shouldn't become a software developer is if you're the kind of person that just wants to become a developer so they can go and work remotely and just work out of like Thailand and be able to work on the beach or from the pool and just hang out, and code, right? Like there's, again, like the last 2 points, nothing wrong with this kind of goal, perfectly fine to strive towards, but you're gonna have to understand that there's a lot of work it takes a lot of work to get to the point where, you're working remotely and stuff like that, right? These days, remote jobs might be more regular, and like there might be a lot more remote jobs out there, but it does take a lot of work to be successful as a remote developer, right? Like if you're expecting to go to the beach and like work from there, it's quite difficult just like with the logistics of it all. Like I work with 2 monitors and my laptop. And so, just being with my laptop, I wouldn't be as productive. It takes a lot of work to, be productive in that type of setting, right? Like when I'm not at home and I don't have like my space and my notes with me and like a place to write and think and just, actually take in what I'm doing, then it's, it's definitely a lot difficult to be as productive. I've worked previously, where I've just had my laptop in like a cafe, and I'm definitely not, at my best when I'm doing that, right? And this kind of applies to working remotely, like from a beach. Again, there's nothing wrong with this kind of expectation. I just think, you have to manage your expectations. Again, it'll take some time to actually develop the skills to be a productive and successful developer, remotely. And again, sometimes, you might not have that opportunity to work remotely. And, as you gain more experience, those opportunities might open up for you. So there's that as well. And so again, like the other 2 points, all it really boils down to is just managing your expectations and understanding that it might not be the first job you get, or it might be a bit difficult to succeed in that kind of remote setting. So that's really it, guys. I guess to sum it up, just manage your expectations, and basically if you think that you'll be able to succeed super quickly in learning how to code, I would probably recommend that it's not the right path for you, and maybe it might be the right path still. You just need to change your expectations a bit, because it's kind of unrealistic to expect something in that short of a time frame, right? So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you did. Subscribe to the channel, it helps me out so much. If you guys want to join the conversation, or you have any other ideas why you shouldn't become a software developer, or just anything in general you want to add, feel free to comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.